What's going on, my New Orleans sports family? As always, I'm your boy O. Today, I am going to give you guys my opinion as to why I feel like this New Orleans Pelicans team continues to lose. Now look, before we get into that, do your boy O one major favor. If you believe in getting loud and also you got to fight, that means you love talking about the Saints, you love talking about the Pelicans, so we have something in common. Why don't you hit that subscribe button? And after you do that, make sure you hit that notification bell because YouTube absolutely sucks at notifying you guys. And don't forget to hit that like button to help me out with that algorithm, baby. Now, before I get into this topic, I need to let you guys know today will be a 4K video. If you're new to this channel and you don't know what that means right now you're experiencing this video in 4K quality. That's right. Not too many YouTubers on this platform is willing to give you that many pixels at one time, but your boy O is willing to do so. Now, at this very moment, our New Orleans Pelicans are 10th in the West with a record of 30-31, and we have 23 games left. If you've been paying attention, the New Orleans Pelicans are 1-4 in the last 5 games. And I have a reason as to why they're 1-4. Against the Los Angeles Lakers, they shot from three-pointer 7 for 25 for 28%. Against Toronto, 13 for 30 for 43% was the only good one. And New York, 8 for 38 for 21%. Don't get me wrong, the New York Knicks dropped 19 threes on us. However, if we want to go by those 3 games, the Pelicans has put up 93 three-pointers and converted 28 of them for 30%. Now, the only reason why that is 30% because Toronto is mixed in there when they did the 43%. But if you go back, the last game before, I think it was the Wizards, I believe it was, the Pelicans did not shoot good from three-point in that game anyway. What I am getting at, what is hurting this team at this very moment, we are falling in love with the three-pointer, ladies and gentlemen. We have forgotten how to attack the rim. We have forgotten how to take 15-footers. We have forgotten, right, to just drive through the paint, right, and earn ourselves and one or something. It's almost as if this team has lost its identity. They have forgotten their winning ways. It's like that 10-game losing streak did something to this team mentally. Yeah, I know many people out there feel as if Zion Williamson has to get back on the court. And I agree with you on that. But for what I see, for what the Pelicans are losing at this very moment, it's not the lack of Zion, right? It's the lack of your knowledge of knowing when to stop taking goddamn threes. That's what's going on. You're 8 for 38 in a New York Knicks game. At one point in time, you got that lead down to 12 points. And the only thing you kept doing was busting up threes. Yeah, sometimes the three-pointer, it'll land for you. You know, some games you feel as if you can't miss. But I would say this. The Pelicans is not a team that have nights like that. And when it comes down to the defense, they have to understand just because a team doesn't make a lot of threes doesn't mean that they're not going to attempt them. Right? The Knicks are like last in the league with made three-pointers. However, they're like top 5 with three-pointers taken. So our defense was going in there like leave the three-pointer open and just defend the rim. As you can see, none of that was working. The one time in the game that we pressed down on the New York Knicks and we caught up with them. That's how we cut into that lead. And then suddenly we went away with that. And another thing, Willie Hernangomez needs more playing time, Willie Green. We all are in love with Jonas Valanciunas, but I'm telling you, some matchups really and truly fits Willie well. So when it comes down to coaching, that is something that Willie Green, you know, the coach Willie, has to recognize. Because as you can see in that game against the New York Knicks, it seems like Willie Hernangomez was the better matchup for the Knicks, right? Sometimes it's not really the players in the position they're in, but it's the position that the coaches put them in. There was a lineup in all 3 of these losses that I just talked about that would have easily gave us an edge or a better chance to win the game, right? I love me some Willie Green, but sometimes he could be making some young coaches' mistakes, right? As is for Brandon Ingram, just keep doing what you're doing. Last night was a bad night for B.I. I think he shot something like 7 for 30 from the field. He scored 15 points. But hey, that's that frustration. The guy cannot keep giving you 35 points in the losses, right? It's exhausting, you guys. So what we need is the team to play like they was playing in the beginning of the season. We have to get back to what got us in the position to make the playoffs in the first place. Right now, sitting in the 10th seed is not looking pretty for our New Orleans Pelicans. However, with 23 games left, the Pelicans needs to win 10 games in order to have 40 wins. If you have 40 wins, you should either A, be in the play-in, or B, in the playoffs, right? We need to try to avoid that play-in at all costs. But there's still time for us to get into that 6th seed. All we got to do is start winning games. So hopefully you guys watch this video all the way to the end to help you boy out with that algorithm. If you're not subscribed, please be sure to do so. I also have to inform you that I have a main channel called the 4KO where I do movie reviews. I talk about trailer reactions and geek culture in general. If you want to, you can support me over there. I'm currently on a path on that channel to 1K. I only need 125 more subscribers to do so. So I'll be highly appreciative if you can help me cross over that threshold by going to the other channel as well and subscribing. But in the comments below, let me know, why do you feel that the Pelicans are not winning like they was when the season began? Let me know in the comments below.